Okay, hi, it's Mayo, and you can look me up, Raw Art by Mayo. I'm the art teacher, and I did do this painting before. It's Noah's Ark. You can find it on Raw Art by Mayo. I just did the rhinoceros on that lesson. It's short, and now I'm going to do the tiger jumping over. They're all going through Noah's Ark, which is kind of like a doorway to heaven where they're all safe and not being destroyed on this planet anymore. So it's like a DNA bank. But so I chalked it in, and this is oils, and now I mix cadmium yellow and cadmium red, and we're going to finish the tiger. So let's do it. I like this color, so we're just going to finish him in. We have a reference photo, because you always have to have a reference photo. So there he is. There it is. Okay, so we got his leg here and his paw. 2. Always count, I tell everybody, but it doesn't matter. So you can, the kids I tell to count. We're going to bring his chest down, and he's foreshortened here. And this is oils. So again, I mix cadmium red with a yellow for here. And here's his ear. His big chest up here, tiny ear in the background, and here we go. His little beard, they have beard, and this is the white spot I'm going to leave there for white. And I'm going to do this little side, that's his back arm, and that's his paw in the front. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. We're going to do this part. And then this part, that's his back legs going into and jumping over our rhinoceros here. And then the tail, which I'm just going to make it like this and real thin there. It just goes to nothing. You can change brushes up too, but right now we'll just stay with this one. Okay, then the white, we're going to add in here. A little bit more titanium white in here for his markings, his ear, his little beard, and his nose. And then we're going to put some white in by his paws, just at the end, big paws. They have huge paws. I love their paws. And then his leg here and here. We're just going to shade this up a little bit because we're going to put the black stripes in. Yep, and then a little white on the tail and back in here. Maybe here, a little brighter. Maybe a tiny bit of yellow in here. Like that. And in here, probably a little bit more red. Nice red color here on the top of the paw. So we'll add a little bit more of that cadmium red. We'll mix it right in here. And we'll just do it right on the canvas. A little bit. Not too much. I don't want too much of that red. So I'll just go back in and add a little bit of that yellow. So it's like a golden. And in here. Way up in here. That's my cat, if you're wondering. A tiny bit more red maybe up in here. Like that. And down in here. Maybe a touch here. A little bit more. I like red here. Yeah. And you can mix it right in. See how it just kind of flows. It's higher. I love that. Here, a little bit more. Here and here. So we have that from dark to lighter to gradual, and then in here. This one, you kind of want to put a little darkness, so we'll just put that red in there for now. We'll clean that up. Get our rag. Clean that up. Put a little bit more white right here. Blend it in. So it's got a blender. I want the blue blender. We'll use this one. just kind of swipe it down. And that gives you that kind of a gradual. And here, a little bit more here, and a little bit more in there. And that's black paw back there. We'll get a smaller brush. We'll clean it up and put some stripes in. We'll go straight with black and a lot of turpenoid. And we'll put in some of the stripes. So I'll do here, here, get that tip, roll that tip sometimes. Back into here. Like this one here. There's one tiny one coming here. There's a big one here. A tiny here and a big one here. Two here. And then they split here. So cool. Their markings are just amazing. Remember, check Raw Art by Mile and keep studying. At this time, you have time to paint. A little here. And we just do, there's a little tighter in the back. We got more stripes. And then, of course, the tail, which I like. It's just a little blackness at the end. See? Like that. Go back in. We got some shadows in here. And then this one. That's his back leg. That's his back leg going that way. We're going to come up by the paw. We have his back arm in here, which crosses over, and this is his paw here on the other side. You can see it. And then his mouth here. Big cheek. Good marking there. Let's do it. His eye. Keep that tip curled. Just kind of curl it. Little turpenoid keeps it just juicy enough where you can separate that eye and that one here and his markings on his face. There's his little nose, and he's got his mouth open here. Got some darkness here, and then his little beard. So we'll just fix that with some markings. We're going to put a little bit more orange in here. We're going to put that back in, and then this part, his ear. See, it's pretty easy. You just got to use a lot of turpenoid, shade that part. You can do wet on wet. And then we're going to take this part and go around, I think here, just tighten that tip. Like that. And then here. So this is wet on wet. And then we're going to go that one. It splits like that. It goes up like that. Just do that tip very lightly. Here, by his leg, here. And then we're going to bring in a little bit of his paw. So we're going to change our colors up and use brown, which is really called burnt sienna for the paw. And there you go. Now you have his paw. So we did a good job today, and we did it pretty fast. It's wet on wet. Put a little burnt sienna on the edge here. We got our tiger leaping over the rhinoceros, and he will be heading to the Noah's Ark. And we'll do another one possibly to clean up some details. But my favorite, one of my favorite paintings is Dolly with his tiger. If you look up Dolly, you'll know. We can put a little bit of that burnt sienna down in here, just to get rid of that black color right over it. And his leg here, The legs are going back, and here. See? We outlined them a little bit. It won't hurt. I'm going to put a few more ringlets and get close here and show that they go back. There. So we can put a little bit more white, so let's clean that brush up. Get it in your turpenoid or switch brushes, whatever you want to do, and go in with a super white, and it's right in here, super white. Now we can wait for it to dry, probably a week or two, and we can go in and whiten up his face some more, and here, and this part. But right now, we're going to leave it. We're going to orange up this part a little bit more by his nose. And that's the lesson today. So I might come back and show you some more details when it dries. It is wet on wet oil, so we're just going to leave this one jumping over the rhinoceros. And then I can show you another one, come back for maybe cleaning up the leopard and the giraffe. I do got a mist going on here, so, but over here we've got to work on the gorilla and everything flying into our Noah's Ark, which is a virtual rectangle into another reality and a dimension that I hope will save the animals on the planet, since man doesn't really care. Thank you. Just look at my short, quick tips on art. It's Raw Art by Mayo. Thank you for watching. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.